Well, it was clear to us when we took office in January 2011 that we wanted to regain the visibility of the YMCA in this world. And we had agreed in the Hong Kong World Council that we had lost so much of the visibility and the collective presence in the world. And how would we do that? First of all, we focused on the DNA of the YMCA and we interviewed leaders from around the globe, and it was clear to us from the very outset that the DNA of the YMCA is around young people, and the slogan became YMCA Empowering Young People. But to regain this visibility, we cannot do that just by fantasizing or imagining or thinking about what young people are doing and thinking and living and fearing and celebrating. So it was clear to us that we need research. And we need to have evidence base for what we are strategizing. And that's why from the very beginning we set out to initiate the largest ever youth research on the age group from 15 to 24 years of age. Of course, we had to start from scratch. We didn't know much about evidence-based research, and of course we sought professional advice, and we got in touch with Stirling University in the United Kingdom, and Professor Fred Coulter started out giving us assistance and advising us on how to go about this. And basically Professor Fred Coulter said it will be a miracle if you can pull this off, because the budget were zero and the knowledge base was close to zero. But what we had was the wide outreach of the YMCA network in 120 countries around the world. We had the volunteers, we had the staff of the YMCA, and we appealed to them, and they all responded to this appeal, and as a miracle, we pulled it off. It took us 4 years, and it was a lot of good learning in that process. We had to postpone the final results of the research, but we always said quality before time, and now 4 years after, we have the report ready. What was really the most important motivation for the 1 Million Voices research? It is in the name, isn't it? We as a YMCA wanted to hear the voices of young people all around the world. We believe that young people, this age group, is the least resourced and the least researched group of people. And we are talking about the untold story of injustice towards young people. And we wanted to hear young people tell us what life is out there. Having reached this result and having the report now, it is a kind of tough love message back to the YMCA. And how will we use this report? We will use it two ways. Of course, we will transmit the voice of the young people to the world, to all decision makers, to politicians, to society, and start to tell the untold story. But it is also a message back to the YMCA. 1 finger out, 3 fingers back. And this is, we thought that we were further out there where young people are struggling and fighting with problems and injustice. We thought we were further out there to embrace more young people who are really suffering. And the research tells us the story of the YMCA, which is not quite there. We have a long way to go to reach the young people who are struggling with life and death out there. We are launching this report now, and we are giving it as much publicity as we can, because this is what we promised the young people. This is not a research for the shelves and for the files. It is a research that will inform us and help us to strategize, to reach further out, to be with young people and to tell their stories and to give them a voice. Immediately, When we have delivered this report, we start the next research. And Professor Fred Coulter has told us the miracle happened. You'd have delivered a solid piece of research. And I believe, said Professor Fred Coulter, that this research will create a platform for the YMCA to go for funding for the next level of research. We want to go deeper and we want to go wider. And to do that, we need a solid budget to be able to do that. And as we now use the YMCAs around the world as a universe and found a representative group of each of these countries, now we would like to go wider and find a representative group of young people of the total youth population. And this will be delivered in 2018. And the goal is for the YMCA to become the go-to movement in all issues youth. And also to be the movement that is most efficiently giving young people a voice. Young people from all parts of the world, from all layers of society. Every 4 years, it is our intention to deliver the next level of research on young people, their lives and dreams, their threats and fears. We want to deliver the state of the young people every 4 years and become the real reference point for all issues young people. In this way, the untold story about injustice towards young people will no longer be an untold story. It will be a story that we believe that society will need to listen to.